decrees. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another great episode of the Mark and Will Show. And of course, you got your favorite two hosts of the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What's going on with you, man?
Wednesday. Yes, sir.
Woo!
Some people's week is almost over, like Friday. Some people's over tomorrow.
Right. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. Boy.
Bet.
Yes, sir.
I bet.
What's going on with you, though, man?
Chilling,
Everything's
chilling.
good and everything?
Yeah. Chilling. Happy to be here.
No, that's right.
How was your day today?
Man, it was cool. I'll tell you what. Part 2 of the Chronicles. Now, first of all, before I get into this, we got a special guest coming on, head coach of Bryant Station. Coach Hawkins will join us a little later on in the show, and I'm sure it's going to be a banger. We're going to check out the team from Lexington.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Let's see what's going on, baby. Reach. We done been everywhere. Lex. Yes, sir. We're going to check it out. We got to see what's going on.
Right.
I can't wait for that, man. That's a goodie right there, waiting to happen. But, all right, the Chronicles of Best Buy and FedEx. Best Buy, you good. FedEx. So, as you guys know, FedEx stole the goods yesterday. Yeah, I'm putting on y'all. I'm putting on y'all. So, today, the mother load was coming.
Yep.
So, I said to make sure, you know what I'm saying, I done made sure everything was, got all the notifications and all kind of stuff like that, man. And wasn't disappointed.
Good.
The mothership, the Eagle has landed. Everything's good. Big time for this next big move that the Mark and Will Show is about to make. So, hey. Now, tomorrow, the thing that was stolen is supposed to be back. So we'll see. And I'm at the point now, hey, dude, if you go ahead and do that again, that's on you. I can be
right.
Whatever. But thank you, FedEx, for delivering the merchandise like you're supposed to.
Right.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Handler, who stocked the truck that didn't steal my stuff this time. I appreciate you. Yeah, man, for real. Have you noticed that, though, man, it's been a lot of, we know Amazon's rolling. You know
they get
we saying y'all names, y'all better start sponsoring. Amazon and FedEx, like ups, you see them, and I know that's, the new gig, but I don't see him as much as I'm seeing this, I kind of got mad. Like, y'all can't switch companies? Like, do I got to see these guys again? Like, for real, they already didn't do the job. Man, don't call Amazon. I know they'll do it because them trucks live in everybody's neighborhood.
Yeah, they rose, brother. They rose.
Man, like I said, but hey, man, I seen them on Sunday night delivering, bro. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
What are y'all doing?
Yeah, man.
Get it out.
Dinged up and everything, bro.
Yeah. They rose.
Pretty soon they're going to be on 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, whatever they got to do.
Regular cars.
Get on there. Yeah. It's going to be like Uber Eats and all this stuff. Yeah. Like, hold on, I got one right here. What you got, dude? I'm Amazon. We done tore up all the trucks.
Right.
So we get our cars now. Yeah, me and you goes and stuff. all that crazy stuff.
Nuts.
But, oh, man. So, yeah, everything was cool and all that kind of good stuff, man. Thank goodness
Man.
for that. All right, real quick, like you guys already know, social media, y'all know to hit us at Mark and Will Show. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
Everywhere we, so we said website, Mark and Will Show.
Yep.
YouTube, Facebook,
Yep.
Instagram, Twitter.
Yep.
Simple. Go ahead and do that. Follow us and all this kind of stuff. Interact with us. We'll definitely interact back with you guys. So we appreciate all the love and support. You know what I'm saying? So follow, subscribe, like, share, all that good things. We really appreciate all that. So go ahead and get in that if you don't mind.
Please.
We love that. We love that. Big time. Man, they're cracking already on here.
Yes,
Whoa, wait. Oh, wow. Okay. I like that. All right. Let's dive into some of them and see what's going on. Of course, Mark and Will Mark and Will beat y'all. Watch, like, and subscribe. Big time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, is that the...
Let me see.
Hey, how everybody doing?
Ooh. Yeah, that's plus that was another day. I get that.
Okay.
I get that.
I thought it was the coach.
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Coach Hawkins is coming. Coach Hawkins.
Okay.
What's up, Drake? What's up? What you doing, sir?
What's
How's
up, y'all?
everything going on? Yeah. No, that's good looking at. What's up, Shan? We gonna go down these real quick before we move on. So we got some good stuff. Okay, I hit that number one. Okay, I got you. Like that. Let's see, D. What's up, D? How you doing?
What up?
Coach, what's going on? How you doing? I know you're getting
Coach?
ready. I know you're gearing. It's that season.
It is.
Still need my hat. Coach threw that shot out there. Let me say, all right, that's cool. I know that's right. So let's go ahead and get in it. Dig into this baseball.
Yes, sir.
And you guys already know FNC in gaming. Come on, you know that. So go ahead and rock and roll.
Yes, sir. Here was the scores from yesterday, Tuesday, June 28th. Atlanta beat Philly 5-3. Nationals beat Pittsburgh 3-1. Yes, Rockies beat LA Dodgers 7-4. Guardians won. Beat the Twins 3-2. Yankees beat the A's 2-1. They rolling.
Yeah, they are.
Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 6-5. Houston beat the Mets 9-1. Okay. Milwaukee beat the Braves 5-3. And then like the Guardians and Twins was a doubleheader, so they split. Twins won the second game 6-0. Then you got the Marlins who actually loses to the Cardinals 5-3. The Reds beat the Cubs 5-3. Texas beat KC 8-3. White Sox beat the Angels 11-4. Diamondbacks beat San Diego 7-6. Giants beat Tigers 4-3. Seattle beat the Orioles 2-0.
Hold on. Are you
nothing.
ready to do today?
Yeah, I will go today.
Hold on real quick. Hey guys. Like I said, Coach Hawkins will be on here shortly. We're just going to go through some sports things, you know what I'm saying, get everybody caught up. Make sure all you people on here, hit that like button, subscribe. Mm-hmm. If you cannot hit that like button or subscribe, go ahead and join YouTube. Do what you got to do. It's not hard.
Please.
Create an account. Let's get it. Let's roll. So we can serve all these people, get everybody a chance to meet these programs, these players. We got a player coming on tomorrow. So, hey, come on now. Go ahead, Mark.
Yes, sir. Today's score is Wednesday, June 29th. Atlanta Phillies back on tonight. Phillies up 1-0 at the top of the fourth.
Come on.
Blue Jays and Red Sox 1-1 at the bottom of the third. Twins and Guardians. Guardians is up 3-0 at the top of the fourth. Marlins and St. Louis. Zip, top of the second. They done played all week. Then you got the Reds and Cubs. Zip. Top of the first.
Lose it down.
Now you got games that already done happened earlier today.
Okay.
Pittsburgh beat the Nationals 8-7. Milwaukee beat the Rays 5-3. Okay. Yankees beat the A's 5-3. Houston beat the Mets again 2-0. KC got the Texas today 2-1. San Diego went on ahead and beat the Diamondbacks today 4-0. Detroit beat the Giants today 3-2, just like everything's reversed.
Right.
Then you got Seattle who beat the Orioles 9-3. Then you got the night games. You got LA Dodgers and Rockies, White Sox and Angels.
All right, so let's go on and get the American League standings. So the Yankees is just doing
they rolling.
56-20 in first place with a 13-game lead over the Blue Jays. In the Central, you have the Minnesota Twins with a 3-game lead over the Guardians with a 43-34 record. And the crazy thing is the Guardians right there because they got 34 losses too.
Right.
So they probably had a lot of rain game delay. You know what I'm saying? Doubleheaders coming their way. In the West, you got the Astros who says, we ain't going nowhere. We'll never go nowhere. Lose players never go nowhere. And we're not cheating no more. 11-game lead over the Rangers. And I mean, woo-wee. And I'm going to tell you, let me go back up to the East real quick. Toronto and Boston is battling.
Yeah, they are.
And the Rays. Like, they all got winning records.
Yep.
And when it goes to the playoffs, you ain't going to want to play them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because they're good. It's just the Yankees on fire.
Yeah, they're red hot right now.
National League East. The Mets, 47-29 with only a 3.5 game lead over the Braves, who was coming around that corner when he comes. Coming, baby. Coming on that right there. And heck, Philly's 39-36, so they in it too.
Right.
Like,
they
everything's bouncing back.
Right.
In the Central, you got the Brewers with only a 1-game lead over the Cardinals. Everybody else in that Pirates, Cubs, Red. Get out of here with that crap. In the West, you got the Dodgers with a 1-game lead over the Padres. And San Fran is 5.5 back with 43. Man, this stuff is getting wicked. It's getting wicked, man. What is going on? Yeah, you good. I'll let you later. All right, hey guys, July the 1st is Friday.
Yep.
Free agency starts.
Yep.
But you know how things trickling and everybody's moving and boxing for position.
Right.
So right off the bat, let's go on and get it. Harden opts out of contract. $47.3 million he done left on the table.
I don't understand. I would have took it, because I don't think he's gonna get the contract that he wants. I mean, what did you do this year, dude?
Nothing.
I mean, you stuck up the place this year. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want her. I mean, stop giving us excuses talking about you gonna be way better this year. You could have been the past year.
Does that mean I'm gonna be in shape?
That's what it sounds like. I mean, that's what it sounds like. But James Harden, you still James Harden. You still got the shot. You still got the skill set. You had a horrible season. And you expect for somebody to give you, what, 210, 220? Again. Again. No, I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't think he's gonna get it. I would have took that 47. For the year?
I'd made him because it's different if he came off a great season. Or even a good season. It wasn't even a good season, bro. It's like, dude, this is like, dude, you ready. Thank you for hopping out. Right. If I'm 76ers and I want you, I'm lowballing you. It's going to take a crummy team to pay 47 who's got that cap, who's desperate.
Yep.
And you're going to have to make a decision if you want to go there.
And then on top of that, he's going to be, like we know, he's ball dominant, and he's going to have the ball the whole time. He couldn't have it in Brooklyn like he was, or in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Because you got other players around you, so...
But you know what's so crazy? Philly was begging for him to be that James Harden.
And he wasn't. He wanted.
They was begging. They was like, "Hey, bro, come on, let's get this right."
That big dude in that middle.
Yeah, and he was begging. Like where's the Harden at? Like he's like in playoffs, you have to have more than one option. Like, come on, dude. And the thing about I love Tobias Harris. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that Maxey has turned the corner. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? But
you got James Harden.
Thanks. Like, one should be Embiid, two should be Harden, then Tobias, then Maxey, and all that kind of things like that. They already done sent Danny Green shit.
Right, he's gone.
Dude.
He's
tired of this, dude. You 40 years old, bro. Come on, be a guest on Mark and Will Show, man. For real, dude.
Green.
Yeah, he's done.
Green. He's gone.
Yeah. They say, man, it didn't work.
He need to go every time.
Yeah,
he got a couple.
Man. He's hungry. And that's okay. That's okay. He's like, dude, let me go ahead and do all this. He'll be on, he'll be on TNT and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He'll be on TV, that's without a doubt. But James, come on, bro.
You got to do better than that, Blair.
Yeah, ain't nobody falling for that okie doke. If they are, shame on you, and you know it's got to be a horrible team. Watch it be the Wizards after they lose Bill. Because, oops, did I just
shoot.
do a little? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. They got this let one go.
Yeah.
Hawks get All-Star guard Anthony Murray from the Spurs.
Good pickup. Good pickup for Atlanta. That was a damn good pickup for Atlanta. They gave up a lot, but it was a good pickup for them.
I think they gave up Gallinari and some picks or something like that.
Yeah, gave some picks. Yeah.
But when you got a young guard like that, you got to make moves. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And you remember how we talked about it earlier, like probably a couple of weeks ago or something like that. Even like I was even talking about Donovan. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs another player. I mean, don't get me wrong. You do have Collins and all that. You know, he does get hurt, but he's a power forward.
Right.
He needs a running mate, and he has one right there because he's a combo. He can, you know what I'm saying, he can run point and all that kind of good stuff like that.
Yeah, and
that was good.
And Atlanta just can't get over it. Hopefully this can get them over
And you got to get some more pieces.
Yeah.
You got to get some more pieces. I know you got some money.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
Money.
Go ahead. You got to. Go ahead. I mean, you got to sell Trey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ice Trey. You got to because he's good. Real good. He's an all-star. Like, he's dude. So you got to say, do you want to play with a guy? I know he's going to get 30, but he's going to give up 15 assists too. So that's different.
Shoot, you want a big guy, go get a dude from the Suns.
Yeah, that's a buffoonery move right there as far as the Suns on that one. Because Ake need to be taken care of without Ake out. That's sad.
Yeah.
Gotta be something. There it is. Bill opts out of contract. $36.4 million.
Yeah.
He know he gonna get paid. So.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get paid.
And everybody wants him.
Yeah, he's gonna get paid. So that was a great business move on him, on himself, because either somebody else is gonna give it to you, or you gonna take that $250 from Washington.
Great business move.
Yeah, heck yeah, because somebody gonna give it to him.
Right.
It's just a bit of you. You gonna stay loyal, or you gonna go get a chip. It's up to him.
Newsflash. You ain't get no shipping with Washington.
No. We know that.
Unless you know something we don't know. Unless Durant done said I'm coming and Jimmy Butler. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you need a couple more people, dude.
Yeah, Durant.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. You need some couple people. And if I'm him, you know, he players, good players that has went by the wayside. They done got rid of. Now John Wall was good to great.
Yeah.
But you know, he got hurt and all that kind of stuff.
Stayed hurt. Yep.
But you know, like you had a dude like Montrez on the bench, who's gonna give you double off the bench if you like. I mean, like they done had some good solid players. You got Kuzma that should be a role player. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, he'd be good third or fourth option.
Right.
Like, dude, just come on, man. Get that guy. Get him a point guard.
Get him somebody.
I mean, really, like, come on, bro.
No, that is. If he do resign,
who they even draft? I mean, that I don't even know who they draft. I mean, you know, like, I mean, yeah. So all I know is Bill can go anywhere.
Bill can go anywhere.
Anywhere. Like every team wants him, dude. Like I don't care who you are. Oh no, we got Brown and stop it.
Jeez.
Them are small forwards. Y'all need Bill too, bro. I mean, I'm like teams like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only team that's probably gonna say nah, it's Golden State, but I don't. They'll say nah. You know what I'm saying? Because they hungry. They want to. Hey, let's go get 7 in a row.
Right, but they still got people that got paid too.
Yeah. And my man ain't fully healthy. Hopefully he'll get back.
Right.
But, yeah, man. Hey, somebody gonna jump on that.
Yeah, somebody gonna get him.
Bro.
I would be surprised if deal ain't done by Friday.
Oh yeah, they better. But it's like you said, it's up to him.
Well,
if he says I don't even want to play with
right,
dude, then it's a wrap.
Yeah, heck yeah. He's a good player, dude. And
Miami, if I'm Miami, you know he played at Florida University.
Yeah, and then Tucker's gone. PJ, he's gone.
Who?
PJ Tucker.
Who was that?
The little defender, little dude. That shoots 3-pointers in the corner.
Who?
When he get hot a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
Who he play for?
PJ Tucker?
Yeah, who's that?
They played for Miami.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The guy that tried to guard Kevin Durant. Woo!
He's gone. So go ahead and get that roster spot over the Bills. That'll make them better too.
Yeah.
That'll make them a lot better.
Big time. That's a real guard out there. a real guard out there. That's the thing about it.
Bro, who is that?
What?
He said, the dude trying to check him.
Come on, man. Put down
I was just saying he was gone.
Yeah. Hey! That didn't work.
You know what's so crazy? It's funny.
They got him to the finals.
It's funny, dude, because the reports that I'm reading and stuff that he's a hot tamale right now.
I saw that, and that's come on. Come on, bro. Y'all need to stop. PJ Tucker 6'4", bro.
Ooh, boy, they said
and if you know basketball, the corner shot is the shortest 3-point shot, dude.
Yeah.
So that's why all the people can't really shoot. And they practice on the corner shot, and they until they get guarded.
Oh, shoot.
Then they can't create. He can't create his own.
Oh,
Yeah, he create against me. Yeah, I'm 48. Yeah, he can do whatever against me now. You know what I'm saying? But dude, you 6'4", dude. Like, come on, bro, stop it. That's madness. That's madness.
That was funny.
You
said,
yeah, come on, bro. Because I'm tired of them trying to make people like they
bigger than what they are.
Yeah, dude, in the league. Like the league is the world's best. Come on, bro. That dude right there.
Hey, they say he's one.
I saw that and I almost choked. Nuggets trade Will Barton, Monte Morris to the Wizards for Caldwell Pope and Ish Smith.
Mm-hmm. I think this is all about just swamping players at this point.
I think it's about finance. Has to be. I'm thinking Denver must maybe was gonna have to pay a little bit too much or something.
Yeah.
Because first of all, out of all four of them, Monte Harris is a monster on that second unit.
Mm-hmm.
He's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
It's just cool. He's fast, but they don't even compare.
Right.
And then Will Barton and Caldwell Pope. Will Barton's a streaky shooter. Caldwell Pope's a shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
Will Barton's like 6'6". Caldwell Pope's like 6'5".
Hey, I forgot Pope was in the league.
Wizards trying to make a move, man. They look because they got to try to sign Bill. Like, hold on, bro. Everybody get out of there. Right. Stop it. Hey, you on here? Hit that like button. Subscribe. Coach Hawkins will be on here shortly.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like they trying to get dudes out of there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
they gotta keep
Stop it.
They try to make that guy happy,
Stop
man.
it. You better do something.
Hey,
You better make Joker happy.
Woo-wee.
That's what you better do. That's ridiculous.
Who's gonna take over that one?
Jeez, Bobby Portis. Now this is another business decision.
Yeah.
Opt out $4.6 million. I don't blame you, Bobby.
I don't either.
Because they don't win no championship without you.
Oh, yeah, that was a good move on him.
Yeah, straight business.
He gonna get some money.
Yeah. And if they don't pay, somebody else will.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
You know, and then we're gonna see. We're really gonna see how bad Milwaukee wants to win another.
Exactly.
And you better take advantage while you got Greek the Freak there, because Greek the Freak already said.
Yeah, he got a couple.
I love limelights. I like a limelight. What?
Greek price.
He's going to L.A. or he's going to Miami. You know what I'm saying? I mean, something like that. Are you a traditional? Are you like Boston for that mystique? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like stuff like it. Dude, when he goes, he's going, and he's probably going to see like, where's everybody at?
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
Because he was the main one. I ain't got to go nowhere. Well, you proved that you did that, so now you can do anything you want to.
Do. That next contract he get, we ridiculous.
Yeah, that might be four.
Nah, that's great. That's great.
That might be $500 million.
Patrick Mahomes numbers, he great gets.
Stop it.
Yeah, but good job for you, buddy.
Yeah, he great.
Yeah, he great.
He great. All right, let's get this next stuff in real quick before Coach. Right here. Had a little fun today. So, highest paid players. Now, we're not going to be able to do everything today because, like I said, we got to guess. So we're going to try to get as much as we can. And this was really fun. Because, wait, so we're talking about positions. Okay. First position, let's go on and start off with the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers he's the highest paid per year quarterback.
Yeah.
$50.2 million a year. Highest guaranteed is Deshaun Watson, $230. He get 50 piece.
Yeah, that new deal that he got, what was that, extra 2 years?
50 piece.
Yeah, that's nuts. For somebody who...
I wouldn't retire either.
No, I mean, why? But the crazy about it, great agent, we all know that. You have a great agent who else give you all this money, but do you really deserve it? Because you go to the AFC Championship game down there every other year and lose.
Hit him, Mark.
I mean, the crazy thing about it, this is it. In our reality, dude should have about at least 4 or 5.
If he's that dog.
Exactly. You make it and you lose. That money is crazy.
If you're that dog.
And then you ain't got to do no more. So never really going to see how good you are.
And the number 2 Lazarus left.
Exactly. Right. We're going to see what this football stuff look like this year because that's a lot of money for him, dude.
And Browns.
That was just kissing his butt.
Browns.
That was stupid.
Browns.
220 guaranteed.
What do y'all say? Browns being Browns. Browns are the Browns. What do Pittsburgh people say about the Browns? What do y'all say?
What, the Browns are the Browns?
Yeah. The Browns are the Browns.
Yeah,
do great serve.
Right.
All right, running back Christian McCaffrey, the Panthers. He gets $17.2 million a year. He's the highest per year. And as far as guarantee, Zeke for Cowboys, 50.05 guarantee. I was kind of shocked, but the only reason why Zeke is probably because like whoever's deal is up next
at that point.
Stuff.
Yeah, at that point in time.
McCaffrey 17.2,
still getting it.
Damn.
Right, I'm like,
ooh. Somebody didn't surpass that. Must have been a lot of rookies and
heck yeah. Right, but when Christian is healthy, we all know what he can do, but he is the offense.
Leave.
Right.
Leave.
God,
your career's getting ready to echo.
He is a fantasy monster.
Yeah, your career's getting ready to look just like Cam.
I would have left when Cam left.
I see where this is going. No. Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
I see where this is going.
Wide receiver. Cooper Kupp is the highest paid with $26.7 million and guaranteed. $75 million guaranteed of that contract. Like I said, I can't crazy numbers, and his contract will do. Extensions and stuff like that. So hey, I'm not surprised. Hell of a number, but Devontae Adams is like.
Shoot, you already signed your deal, buddy. Cooper said what?
Agent said,
right.
We had a better year.
Right.
We had a better year.
And I got to chill.
Right. Tight end. George Kittle. $15.3 million a year, and George Kittle is guaranteed $40 million. It's funny how you go through this, how this stuff is getting lower and lower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Then you wonder why people hate quarterback. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to sack him and do it.
Right.
Man, dude got 50. Dude's guaranteed is 40.
It's 40.
Dude gets 50.
Right. That's nuts. And Kittle didn't have a great year this year.
Nah, he was off and on, hurt and everything.
That's crazy. Ooh, how old is he? He's a big dude.
He's got to be in his late 20s.
Yeah, because I know Kelsey's in his 30s, so
he's right on him.
Yeah,
he's right on him.
Yeah, so I wonder who's gonna be the next tight end.
Waller got to get paid.
Yes, he does.
He's got to get paid. And I just hope that don't let the devil get you, baby.
Oh, right. You've been good.
Yeah, don't let the devil get you.
Yeah.
O-line. David Barata Onraja, her Shishmakers from Packers.
I want to fix the dude from home.
Yeah, the one over there. He gets paid $23.5 million a year. And Ronnie Stanley from the Ravens, $64.1 guaranteed. The lineman's easy, but they got to protect the quarterback. So that's like, hey, without us, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So that's a lot of bread, bro.
It is everywhere.
So tomorrow,
we
will go ahead and hit we would go ahead and hit the defense, see what that looks like. And I got some other stuff on top of that. Yeah. So we're going to bring Coach in here, Coach Hawkins. Let's see. Let's get him out of the green room. Bring him on. Let's see what's going on with Coach. Okay.
How you guys doing?
What's up, Coach? How you doing, Coach Hawkins? Doing all right, Coach?
I'm great, thank you.
Hey, man, thank you for joining the show. For people who do not know, Coach Hawkins is the head coach of Bryant Station and had a great year. So, actually, we're just proud and happy that you decided to come on the show so we can learn about your program and let other people know about your program and, people in Lexington, Louisville, all over the state of Kentucky. So we really appreciate you, Coach.
No, this is my pleasure. I have strong ties to the 502 as well, and anytime I can get an opportunity to visit with some people in Louisville or any other parts of the state, I try to do that. So I do appreciate you.
Yeah, okay. Love it. All right, so let's get into it, Coach. How long have you been at Bryant Station?
This will be my third season as at Bryant Station High School. Had 2 years, COVID years actually, but this will be my third year. Hopefully, it's as normal as can be.
Okay. And where was you a coach at, or what was you coaching at before Bryant Station?
So I was at Apollo for 2 years in Owensboro, and the opportunity at Bryant Station arose after I had left Owensboro, and it's just a natural fit for me. Prior to Apollo, I was at Doss High School.
Okay.
4 years, and had some success there, and we did a lot of great things, sent a lot of kids to college, and prior to that, I was at Frankfort High School.
Okay.
With Craig Foley.
Right. Coach is rolling. I love that. That's what I'm talking about. So when you got, like I said, you went through COVID years, 2 years of that. So,
yeah.
How was that? How was that for Bryant Station and you, as far as being a new coach for that? You know what I'm saying, for that program and adapting with that.
Yeah, that was I guess the biggest struggle for me in that was, we weren't in the building. So, I knew that there's a lot of talent walking through the hallways of Bryant Station. That's no secret. And the roughest part was I was in the building, I guess, for a month before COVID hit. I was in month of February up to March 20th. I was in the building, and then, everybody's gone, and now I'm trying to figure out where am I supposed to get these kids to build Bryant Station, and I was fortunate, and they just came out. These kids, came out, and then of course last year we were in the school building. They gave me an opportunity to even get more kids involved, and it was an amazing first year, considering all of the obstacles that were involved with COVID and those kind of things, and being a first year coach there, to win the 10 games that we won year one, I think they had won 10 games combined in the 4 years before I got to Bryant Station. So to come in and win 10 year one was amazing considering the circumstances.
Coach, let me ask you this. So, I know you've been, Owensboro, which love that city. Great stuff right there. And of course, Louisville 502. Have you been to Lexington? I mean, not been, but did you know Lexington like that as far as football? Have you touched Lexington before as far as coaching?
Well, here's the interesting thing. I was raised in Frankfort.
Oh, okay.
And so at Frankfort High, obviously, we didn't play. We played LCA. They were on our schedule. But, I lived in Lexington for 10 years in my prior life.
Okay.
I was in the thoroughbred business for most of my adult life. So, I was familiar with Lexington. And, Lexington football, I knew enough to know Bryant Station had some of the top athletes in the state of Kentucky in that building. There's been no question. So when I left Apollo without a job, and then I found the Bryant Station job available, and it was a blessing just to land in that spot. And you know,
Right.
it's an unbelievable amount of talent in that building.
Coach, when you make that move, and being that you lived there before and you know about the tradition that Bryant Station has, uh, how do you let these kids know and let them know that, hey, this, I understand what you had before, but this ain't how Bryant Station is. Like how was that conversation, new coach, but the new coach knows about the tradition of
Yeah.
Station.
Well, it's ironic because you want to sell. You're a new coach coming into a building, taking over a program that really hadn't been super successful for a decade prior,
Yes.
and now you got to convince kids that one, you have classmates that are capable enough, and you have existing football players that are capable enough to not take this to an average 6A program, but to take it to the top overnight, which that was the sale,
Right.
and it's tough, but I set the bar so high when I got hired and the expectations so high that if those kids bought in, they couldn't fail. I mean,
Right.
we made it to where this is what it takes if you want to play football at Bryan Station. If you're willing to commit to that level of intensity and that level of expectation, then this is the place for you. The higher I raise the bar, the more kids that have shown up. It is a this year we're going into a season with over 100 football kids,
Woo.
and I think there were 37 on the roster the year before I got there.
Wow.
So
Oh wow.
big transition.
Right. 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 Um, and I just want to like basically, and I know Mark is feeling the same way. Want to know so much about Bryan Station. So my thing is this: how hard was it for you to like when you started? Got the job and everything. How was it to bring in the fan support and all that? How's the
Right.
support with Bryan Station? And how was they able to convince them that, hey, I'll take this seriously.
Right.
We're gonna get back to where we need to be.
So one thing that's unique to Bryan Station, very similar to a Mail, to some other schools in Louisville, there is a huge amount of alumni at Bryan Station High School.
Right.
There was some disconnect for whatever reason, but I spent my first several months trying to reconnect to the alumni, try to reconnect to the community, and ultimately, when they see some positive results, it's amazing how many people come back to the fold when you're winning. I mean, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm okay with that because that was the commitment I gave to the administration at Bryan Station. Let me build this program. I'll reconnect the alumni. I'll reconnect this long history of NFL players from Bryan Station,
Yes,
and
sir.
let's see where it goes. And the kids made me look like a genius my first year. I mean, the kids and the assistant coaches that I have made me look like I knew something, and I'm grateful for that, and we have just pressed the gas and we never let up. And now the alumni association themselves, they've been very grateful. They've helped me generate some excitement. They've helped support us financially in my first year there, and then the administration, once they saw that the direction we were headed in, they did some amazing things. We have a state of the art weight room facility at Bryan Station that will rival any high school facility you'll ever see. So
Love it, coach.
it is an unbelievable facility. So when you see wins, when you see facility upgrades, when you see people hustling for you, then it makes it easy for these kids to buy in. And now they're bringing their friends, and now the basketball players are playing. And before you know it, you've created a monster. And I feel like, one of the things a lot of people don't know is I only inherited about 7 seniors my first year.
Oh.
So we ended up playing a lot of young guys,
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to win at that level, we got beat by 5 points in the regional championship my first year. to a good Dunbar team, and going from been several years since they won a district to competing for a regional championship year one was amazing, but the support is overwhelming now. I mean, because we followed it up with another great season.
Right.
So now we've got some maturity in our program. These kids that we played, they've won 20 games in 2 years, these young kids, and majority of them are juniors.
Right.
And sophomores that have a lot of game experience to their credit already. So, it makes this year pretty exciting.
So, Coach, so basically, you just basically broke it on the Mark and Will show that y'all got a whip stick coming, but I mean, y'all got something nice coming, Bryant Station.
Well,
y'all already had a great year.
It's now you caught me up because I tell people I'll be lucky to get a first down this year. That's what I tell people. But the reality is, we are returning 17, 18 starters.
Woo!
So off a 10-2 team.
Yes,
and last year I believe we started 11 sophomores and a freshman.
Oh.
So we got some maturity returning, and that weight room has changed the look of our kids, and we've got several kids now with Division I offers. So
right.
It's rolling. It's doing what it's supposed to be at Bryant Station. And last week I had the pleasure. Dermontti Dawson came in town for the Kentucky Hall of Fame.
Hey, Coach, this is a Steelers fan. This is a Steelers fan.
That's why I threw it in.
That's right, Coach.
So Dermontti came in and hung out at facilities and spent about an hour with me down there, and that's the connection we've made back to those guys. Bryant Station has had 12 NFL players come through that locker room, and that's a lot. And one of them is a Hall of Famer,
right?
And 3 of them are Super Bowl champions. So there's no question about the talent level that's come through that building. I've probably met 9 of the 12 NFL guys and or talked to them on the phone, spent some time with them. And we've made a big effort to reconnect our kids to that past,
right?
Because we wanted to know great players like Eric Shelton, and Mark Logan and Cornell Burbage. I mean, there has been some amazing guys. Devin Key, most recently.
Right.
Western, it's now, signed with the Chiefs. So we want them to know these are the guys. They were standing in your spot at one time. They were sitting in the same locker room. And that makes it easy, a little bit easy when you can connect the kids to that opportunity, So the kids are seeing huge changes. Obviously, they're seeing a lot of wins, and we've been blessed by that part for sure. But now they're starting to see alumni involvement, and the community involvement is increased. And heck, 2 weeks ago we got a new scoreboard. The scoreboard had been there since the '80s. Dermontti Dawson played with the old scoreboard. So, it's. There's been some massive changes. It's a much different look. The facilities, the way the kids act, the expectations that they've put on themselves are huge, and we've got kids with interest from big schools all over the country, and it's doing the right thing.
Yeah. Coach, let me ask you this. Let's dive into a little bit more of your schemes and stuff like that. So what kind of offense do you run, Coach?
For the last several years, I've been pretty balanced run to pass. I'm one of those guys that believes you can't run the ball if you can't pass it. You can't pass it if you don't run it. So, last year I think we were about 2,500, 2,600 each running to passing. So, you have to take in consideration your personnel that you have, and the first 2 years in the process of developing the offensive line that we were going to have this year, we knew we had to get the ball into athletes' hands fairly fast and let them do what they can do. And we ran the ball. You know, we have to spread defenses out to run the ball. We've had some success doing those things, but you know, I like a spread offense. I've adjusted it based off our quarterbacks. I mean, you're either going to have a 3-step, 5-step kid, or you're going to have a kid with some legs. And we're fortunate right now. Our quarterback, who's going to be a junior, last year was his first year playing high school football, and he's amazing talent, and he can run and do some things that some kids can't. So we've made a few changes over the winter and spring. You know, we'll probably use his legs a little bit more. We sort of found out he could run by accident. You know, so I mean, and that happens.
Right.
You know, we try to keep
right.
the game in front of the kid because it was his first experience as a high school football player, and there were times the pocket would break down and he would check out, and he was as good a runner as anybody on our football team. So we know that now about him. So we're able to change some things, and we also, since we've developed an offensive line and got some fairly good size now, we put in 11 personnel during spring football with a sniffer. So, you know, we planned on trying to run the ball down some people's throats.
I was going to say, because I was about to say that.
Yeah, we sort of had to wait on these linemen. You know, we started 3 underclassmen last year up front, and you know, 2 sophomores and a freshman. So, you know, a year is amazing the way these kids grow. And then we had a great JV line last year, and those kids all grew. And you know, we're going to be 6'3", 6'4", all the way across the front, and they're all in very good physical condition and can run. So, you know, we've been able to change, you know, the opportunity. We've recreated some opportunities for us probably just by being patient and developing those young guys. And the truth is, we'll have this starting line for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be an interesting group of kids.
Coach, real quick, and you hit some.
Sure.
You hit some, Coach, that I wanted to. This is just off the cuff. You saw about JV. And
Yeah.
I don't think people realize. I ain't gonna say people. Well, yeah, I can't say people. I know coaches realize how important, because you, as a player, as a former player, and thinking that you're better than a senior, junior, and you won't, give opportunity, and even if you're equal, you may not get that chance to show that. But that JV allows you to mature, grow, get the reps in that you probably wasn't going to get. So how important is that JV for Bryant Station?
Well, you know, in our case, you know, we've turned freshman and JV into a premium, because we know if we're going to, you know, we've put us to a pretty high level, and in order to maintain it, then you better develop some kids, you know, and you know, our JV teams, you know, we take number 2s on depth charts. You know, we've been fortunate because we haven't had a ton of seniors, so we've got a lot of young kids anyway. So if you're a number 2 on the depth chart with us, you were in a JV game.
Sure.
Because we're trying to get as many downs on you as we can in case we need to ask you to come compete on Friday night. So, you know, JV is a huge part of the growth of especially a 6A football team. You know, it takes numbers to compete at that level, and for example, this year we have 51 incoming freshmen, which is a huge amount of freshmen. I had to go hire a full freshman staff. You know, I ended up having to go to 5 or 6 freshman coaches, because you know, it just that's a team in itself. That's a 3A football team is what it is. So, and the first thing I did, the irony of it all is we have a freshman conference here in Lexington that has 6 or 7 freshman only teams.
Yes.
So that schedule was laid out for us, and then I had an open week, and the first thing I did was schedule St. X for their first freshman game. So, we can't dodge teams. Our kids have to know what it's like to play against
Right.
quality teams like St. X, Trinity, Male.
Right.
They got to know what that tastes like, so there's no shock when you get to them in the third or fourth round of the playoffs. So
Bingo.
we take a lot of energy with our freshman program and a lot of energy on our JV program. And one thing we tell the kids, and I know every coach in America has probably said this, but I'll tell you, the eye in the sky does not lie. So we can get film on those kids during JV games,
Yes, sir.
and we can assess them. We can allow them to self-assess, which is a tough thing for some kids to do. But once the kids understand the work they need to play on Friday nights, arguments about playing time and you know how that goes.
Yes,
That sort of works itself out. If you do the right thing by your kids, one thing that I do, and I will never sway from this, is I will put the best 11 on the football field, regardless of what level it is.
Right.
And when you make deals with the devil and you don't do that sometimes, then you have kids on the sideline that know the truth.
Exactly.
Kids are amazing. If 60 kids are on the sideline and they know one of your best 11 is not on the field, but little Johnny, whose dad owns the local convenience store, is, you've created a breakdown for yourself. And if you're true to that, then they will learn to self-assess at all those levels. So then the JV kid is proud that he's a JV kid. He aspires to be a Friday night kid. And we're not shy talking about that with our kids. There is nothing wrong with playing JV football.
Exactly.
You have to play JV football to be able to be competent on Friday nights. And we have had some kids since I've been there that did not play JV because we had to force them into Friday nights. Our leading tackler for the last 2 years was we had to start him as a freshman. He's a grown man. He could handle it. He was our team's leading tackler. He came back as a sophomore, was our team's leading tackler again. So he's the exception. He didn't like it. He didn't get to play in freshman games. He didn't get to play in JV games.
Right.
He missed that. But, it is important. We found the O-linemen and the DBs and receivers we need to replace people that have moved on because of their, involvement on that JV team. We have some trust in them. We see them in a game environment. Now we know the transition's not going to be that hard for them because they've grown physically and they've matured. And so, the comfort level with those kids is a little different.
Right.
Much different, actually.
Coach,
So
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach. Real quick. Go ahead.
no. It's we have created a too deep environment at Bryant Station High School. If you're not in the too deep depth chart, it will be tough for you to play on Friday nights. We treat it just like college. We treat it just like a college. My belief is when it's time to put in the backups are that second group. That's the second group you need to develop because that's your Friday night group.
Right.
So kids know that. So the JV kids that travel with us on Friday nights, they know they may not see the field because people in front of them may, but they're still part of that environment. But we don't ask those guys that play a lot on Friday to go steal reps from them on Monday. We there's a clear cut. We will play some freshmen in JV games, but really not a lot of that anymore because we have so many kids. We just want to develop kids, and that's how you find the ones you missed on.
Right.
Is watching them in a JV or a freshman game.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Let me ask you real quick. So, what kind of defense do you run?
I've been fortunate. I'm gonna before I even tell you this. One thing I'm gonna tell you is at Dawes High School and at Bryant Station High School, I have been blessed with amazing defensive coordinators. I had Doc Butler. I don't know if y'all know Damon Butler.
Hold on. Time out.
Yeah.
I'm a former male player, And
Yeah, I know.
what I'm saying, I've been knowing Doc Butler since Little League Baseball.
Okay.
My dog, as my former teammate, a friend of mine, love that cat.
Yes.
I'm proud. When Doc Butler, we'll say Doc Butler, when he left Maryland, he can correct me. Pretty sure he's gonna watch this. Doc Butler was probably about 5'6", 5. Went to K State.
Yeah.
Through the 6'1", came
Yeah.
back. Oh, what's going on?
Young man status.
Yes, I
Yeah. So
Doc Butler. Yeah,
Doc Butler and I became very good friends. I mean, when you're on a coaching staff that is getting it in, you spend a lot of time with your assistants. And
right.
Damon Butler is a first class guy, and he and I figured out how to win games at Dawson, how to send kids to the Division I level, to the D2 level. You know, it was all about signing kids and making sure they were technically sound, and I miss that guy every day. But I got lucky again, and our defensive coordinator at Bryant Station is one of the highest level guys that I've ever coached with. Also, is a guy named JT Haskins Jr. Who played at Louisville.
Right.
JT loves Bryant Station. He played at Bryant Station. Was in the state championship last time Bryant Station was there. Was Eric Shelton's teammate
Yep.
at Bryant Station, and he brings a level of confidence and a level of swag with that defense that, quite frankly, you know, we've won these 20 games because we've had one of the best defenses in the state of Kentucky since I've been there. And you know, he's got a staff with him, Jacob Hyde, that played at Kentucky, was the D lineman at Kentucky. They got a guy named Aaron Dishman that was actually Aaron Dishman coached at Bryant Station when he was there as a player, and Eric Shelton was there as a player. We brought him out of retirement. And then we've got Enrique Shaw, who was Coach Shaw's son. Is Coach Shaw's son that was the head coach at Lafayette for 20 years. He transitioned over with us and doing the DBs, and then Danny Thomas that played at Eastern Kentucky and then played for the Cardinals for a while. He's got a high level group. We've got a high level group of assistant coaches, but we run. We're blessed because we have a lot of speed on defense.
Yes.
Recently, I was watching our game with Douglas from last year, and it looked like, and this goes for Douglas too. It looked like the film was sped up because it looked like somebody just sped it up 1.5 times because there's that much speed on our defense, and they're a mature, savvy group now, and you know, he does an amazing job with those guys. I know one thing, you know, we made a deal, you know, you hold them to 20 and I'll get 21 kind of deal. And he's held them to 12. So when you're holding them to, you know, 10, 11, 12 a game, you can win some football games. And you know, he does an amazing job. And we run you know, multiple fronts. You know, he goes back and forth between 3 front. I think 3 fronts is base, and we'll get into 4 front as needed. And we utilize the speed that we have in the shell, and those guys just run around, make plays is what they do. And you know, our D line is I tell people it's like starting 4 defensive ends, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're you know, they're 6'2". They're all 6'1", 6'2", 230 to 250 pounds that can run. And you know, there's 2 ways you can go at it. You can have 2 big run stoppers in the middle,
Right.
and some speed on the edge, or you can have speed everywhere. And that's what we've had to do the first 2 years. And I sort of like it. You know, speed requires double teams also. So you have a big guy that you have to double team, or you have somebody that gets off the ball so fast you got to double team them, and that's the mentality. You know, it's very similar to what Male does, honestly. You know, we know we're blessed with athletes, so you know, you got to adjust your defense accordingly. And he does a good job with them. He does a super job with those guys. They're a wild acting bunch too. Our defensive kids, they got some energy. I mean, we got to choke them down some days during football practice because they don't have a stop button on them. And you got to be prepared to hit that whistle, or they're trying to put people to sleep every day at practice, and that's the aggressiveness we want anyway. But we want that on Fridays. It's sort of tough on your scout team quarterback when you got 11 guys that are headhunters standing across from you. But yes, he's an amazing coach, and I think we've sort of developed a defensive reputation. I mean, we've averaged over 30 points a game in the 2 years I've been here, but he's kept them to 12 or 14 points a game.
Not giving up many, and that's great. Hey, Coach, real quick, because before we get out of here, we got 2 questions to ask you. First one I want to ask you, if I had a son who was in Lexington and trying to, pick a school, decide a school to go to, why should my son come to Bryant Station?
I think there's a couple reasons. The first thing is this: we develop kids at a high level, and I'm just talking on the football end of it. We got a high level staff that develops some high level kids. I think that is starting to show itself because we've been able to generate quite a few Division I recruits in a fast time.
Right.
And so the kids are going to get coached up, and they're going to. What we do is we coach them up to be successful in college, and we're not just coaching them to win a few games on Friday night. We're developing those kids so they're successful when they leave our program. They transition into a college program. Now, what does that mean? That means they learn, some accountability levels pretty fast. We don't miss meetings. We're not late for meetings. We don't miss classes. We don't, that bar is pretty high. Yeah. So that expectation is for the best player on our team and the not best player on our team. There's no separation. So, one, we're going to develop them and prepare them. I like to tell the parents and I like to tell our kids, we're trying to make good husbands, good employees, good fathers. We're trying to make great men out of them. And if they happen to win a few football games along the way, then we feel like we've done some positive things. So, that's the first thing that I would say. The other is I have a mantra. Once they're mine, they're always mine. Now, and I think if you were to see Doc out somewhere, he would tell you this is as true as can be. Once you play for Coach Hawkins, you're on Coach Hawkins' roster forever. For your first kid, for your first child, for your graduation from college, for your first jump into the portal. I mean, it doesn't matter. I have kids calling me from all over the country wanting to know, what should I do about this, Coach? Last year I had a couple kids that played for me jump into the portal, in the transfer portal. Both of them were at Western Kentucky. Ricky Barber, who ended up at Central Florida,
right,
and Wes Trainer that ended up in Idaho.
Okay.
And both of those guys called me and said, I'm going into portal, Coach. What can you do? What should I do? Da, da, da. I mean, one of them called me and said, Coach, I have 31 offers the day that he put in the portal. Wow. So now I go into dad mode also. Okay, so we need to shortlist these, figure out where your best fit's going to be, da, 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 da. Now, both those kids have also been All-Americans in college already.
Right.
And I think if you ask their parents, they're going to tell you that they're All-American kids too, because of what we insisted on them being while they were in Dalton High School. The same expectation existed then as it does now. And I have parents from Owensboro, Apollo, that call me and say, we're driving down to Tennessee to watch our son playing his first college football game, and we wish you were here. And that's what you get with Coach Hawkins. You get a guy forever. I mean, Father's Day, when Father's Day rolled around, I'm blessed. My wife and I have three beautiful kids, and we have a grandson recently, a 6-month-old grandson. And we've been blessed to raise those three kids. But the reality is, I have 1,000 kids. Okay?
Love it.
I'm a Rolling Stone. You know what I mean?
Love it,
They're
Coach.
all my kids. They're all my kids, and it was so awesome on Father's Day because first thing in the morning I'm getting texts from players, "Happy Father's Day, Coach," and so that's the impact I'm trying to leave on them, and I think that's a big reason why a family should come through Bryant Station. There's some great programs in Lexington. I would I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the end all be all is Bryant Station, but I can tell you that they're gonna come to an environment with high expectation, and they're come to an environment that they're going to be loved on and forever. And that's why.
I love that. Yeah.
Well, it's got to be that way, guys. If you're coaching high school football, you better have another reason other than money.
I know that's right.
It's because there is none.
Right.
So I coach because I love the kids and I love the community where I'm at, and I want everyone to be successful. If you're coaching for any other reason in high school, you're probably not going to be successful long term.
Right.
It just doesn't work that way. I think you know that. I mean, you've watched Chris Wolf and those Wallace and those guys.
Right.
Those guys with high level success are more than football coaches.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, this is the time where you give thanks to everybody who's a bit in your corner.
Well, certainly the number one person is my wife.
That's right.
Period. Nothing happens at the level it happens without a wife that is willing to give you up to the rest of the week, because ultimately, you're taken away from time with your spouse and your kids, and it's tough on them first. The other, obviously, I can give shout out to guys like Doc Butler and JT Haskins, but the reality is, any guy that was ever my assistant coach
Right.
is got to be on that list, because the realities are nothing really happens without good guys around you. We joke and say that the players make you look like geniuses, but the reality is the assistant coaches make you look pretty damn smart, and I've been blessed with some great guys around me, and I've got to thank them for every bit of my success. My first year at Bryant Station, I felt really awkward. I was winning those awards, AP Coach of the Year, the 6A Coach of the Year, all these incredible things. But the reality was, sitting there, I knew that none of that happened without my coaching staff. And that's just a reality, So that's my shout out, and I'm comfortable with those two shout outs, because any success level that I've had has come from my wife and those assistant coaches. And I tease her sometimes and tell her she's my number one assistant coach. But the reality is, she puts in a lot. She puts in a lot.
Right.
And I think you know that. And now she'll pretend like she knows football. I ain't coming home without her telling me what I did wrong. That's not happening. She's telling me on Friday nights, you should have done this, or why'd you do that? But the reality is, without her support, none of this happens. And I probably should slide the spouses of my assistant coaches in there too, because if they're not understanding, none of this works right.
Love it. Hey, Coach, want to thank you. Before I even say that, I'm gonna have to get with you, because Mark and myself gonna need a couple of them defender shirts, man.
I'll get you together. Sure.
Yeah, without
Sure.
because that green is a little bit different, Coach. I mean, I love it. I love it. Hey, big time. And first of all, those kiddos you got, those student athletes you have, are blessed to have you as a coach, and we're blessed to have you basically on our show. So we want to thank you for joining us tonight, and I'm speaking for Mark. Hey, we want to have you back on so we can talk about in-season type thing. Anytime you got time, Coach, to talk about it, we want you on here, and we appreciate you. Thank you for joining us.
Well, listen, guys, I appreciate the opportunity. Coaches, probably most coaches aren't too short for words anyway. So anytime I can talk, I'm going to talk. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the opportunity. It means a lot more than you know. You know, I have a strong connection to Dansler and
Yes.
Coach Young and a lot of those guys in Louisville still. And I cut my teeth there really. And because of my experiences in Louisville, I think it's made me a better coach. And so anytime I can be around 502 people, I'm going to take the opportunity. And again, I appreciate you guys. And I'll make sure that just let me know what sizes you need. And I'll make sure that some Bryant Station gear shows up on the doorstep for sure.
Love it, Coach. Hey, I know you're going to have a good season. God bless. Thank you, Coach, for joining us.
No, thank you. It's my pleasure. You all have great evenings, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you. That's why we do this show. That coach right there, legit. You don't want to hear nothing. Dude, Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt it. And thank Coach. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Coach Hawkins is going to get them boys rolling.
Yes,
So
he is.
another banger like always, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us tomorrow. We got a high school basketball champion coming on the show. So good night.
All right.
God bless.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.